Typically, a bucket list is a compilation of things you want to do before you die, but why wait till you're dying to start living? I have 25 things I want to do before I turn 25, which means I have less than 1 year to do it all. Lord knows I've done my fair share of drinking, but when I make drinks, it's normally vodka tonic, vodka on the rocks, vodka and Sprite. There's definitely a pattern, so I decided before I turn 25, I want to learn how to make real mixed drinks that you can be proud to serve. So today, I'm taking a mixology lesson. I'm here at Walnut Hills Country Club. I'm visiting the Copper restaurant to take a lesson. I'm lucky enough to take lessons today. I have Adam with me. Thank you so much for letting me come in,
Yeah, no problem.
let me
It's my
study
pleasure.
under you.
Yeah.
So how long have you been here for?
I've been here, this is going on my 7th year.
Wow.
Copper's been around, we're going to have our 3rd year anniversary, I believe, on July 4th.
Okay.
So I was here before Copper came around and kind of stuck around as the new restaurant was constructed and everything. So yeah, I've been here around 7 years.
You like being a bartender?
I do, I love it. There's a lot of control behind the bar.
Okay. This is your domain?
It is. I'm usually the only one back here.
Am I invading your space right now?
No.
Okay. What can we start making today? Is there a signature drink that you'd recommend?
Yeah, our house drink is actually called the Moscow Mule.
Moscow Mule.
And it's made in these copper cups. It's been around a long time. They keep your drinks nice and cold because they're good conductors, like everything copper-based. So we fill the glass with ice first.
Okay.
And I like to use a lot of ice. It makes the drink fuller. The downside to using a lot of ice is that it tends to dilute the drink if it sits for too long.
Mm-hmm. Gotta drink quickly?
Fly with emotions, right? For us, we use Stoli, Moscow, right?
Perfect.
America's version of Russian vodka. And we use 2 ounces of it. Now, your typical bar pours somewhere between 1.25 ounces and 1.5 ounces. Our drinks are 2 ounces, a little stronger than what you're used to, but we aim to please. So.
I can't imagine anyone would complain about that.
Right. 2 ounces of Stoli vodka. Right in there with the ice. We have a splash simple syrup.
And that's just sugar and water?
Yep, sugar and water baked together.
Okay.
And that comes from our kitchen as well. And then we top it with ginger beer. Now this is a Jamaican ginger brew.
Ooh.
And what it's gonna do is just provide that signature ginger flavor for this drink. And the mistake that a lot of people make when they're making drinks is they tend to fill these ingredients in glass and the drink ends up being built in layers. Well, you don't want to drink a drink 1 layer at a time, right?
So you look at the flavors, right?
Right.
Okay.
So all I do is mix it together like that. The taste is going to be much fuller if you want to give her a go.
Okay. This is a ginger mule?
And Moscow.
Moscow Mule. Ooh. That ginger beer is awesome.
Yeah, isn't it?
Wow.
Yeah, I really like it.
I think I have a new favorite drink. What happens when somebody asks you for a drink and you've never heard of it before? Do you just sit there and you're like, yeah, okay, sure, I'll make that for you?
And what I've run into a lot is a lot of times there's crazy names for a drink that's really simple.
Okay.
So I usually end up looking it up on Google, like, hey, hold on, I gotta check this thing out, But someone asked me for a horse's neck. I had never heard of that drink before, and it turns out it's just like Scotch and ginger ale or something like that. Yeah.
That's simple.
Yeah, something really simple. And if I have the ingredients, I'm more than happy to make it for them. I try and go by the book as much as I can, because if I've never made it, I've never tasted it probably, and so I don't know how it's supposed to taste.
Yeah.
And really aiming to give them that perfect drink, so that they can be happy. But being a bartender, if we make a crazy cocktail, we have to taste it to make sure it tastes okay in some way. And so a lot of times what we'll do is we'll take a straw, just dip it in the cup, and then we have that taste of the straw.
Make sure everything's the way it should be.
Right, that's how it should be. Every bartender's a count. A count is the number a bartender says in his head in order to pour the correct amount of alcohol in the glass.
Okay.
And
what's your count?
It's different for every bartender. I tend to count fast. For my 2 ounce count, it's usually 8 or 9.
Okay.
But I count really fast in my head because I'm thinking about a million things.
Could you walk me through making an old fashioned?
Yeah.
Can I be your hands?
Absolutely. So, we're gonna put it in a low ball glass.
Okay.
Here. 2 oranges. 2 cherries.
2 cherries.
Now, we need sugar cubes.
Oranges, cherries,
Sugar cube.
1 sugar cube.
Now, because there's just fruit and sugar in there, just add a little simple syrup, because again, we want to make this delicate mush. And you're just gonna muddle that all together. You're really gonna have to push on that sugar cube. Yeah, just keep going.
Balance over here.
Yeah, good.
You made this look so easy, Adam.
And a lot of times it helps to twist as you go.
Oh,
As you go.
I'm sorry, I'm making such a
It's
mess.
fine.
I'll stay and clean.
No, we all make messes our first
Are
time.
you sure?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Mush those cherries and oranges up.
Rinds and all.
Yep.
That sugar cube is still
It's okay.
hard as rock.
It's all right.
Okay.
The great thing about the sugar cube is it's going to dissolve inside the drink as well.
Okay.
And just release those bits of sugar as they sip the cocktail, right?
Nice.
We're going to top it with ice there. Because people drink old-fashioned so many ways, it's typically their choice of what kind of whiskey, what kind of bourbon do I want. For convenience sake, let's just use Beam.
Okay.
It's a Kentucky bourbon.
Pour it out into
yeah,
the jigger first?
Let's pour it in the jigger.
Okay. 1.5 or 1?
Let's do 1.5.
Am I moving too slow to be a bartender?
No.
Good.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. How many drinks do you think you make on a busy night?
On a busy night, at least 100.
Wow.
Yeah, it gets pretty crazy sometimes. Some people would drink it like this.
In all of the layers?
I would like to break it up. What I usually do is just top it with a little soda water, so we can hit that
Okay.
soda button.
That one?
Yeah.
I've always wondered what these look like. I've always only been on that side of the bar.
Those really help a bartender out. You know, a lot of our mixtures are there. That's good. And for this one, just the way I like to drink it, I do mix it up. And I tend to shake it as well,
To help break up the sugar?
just a little bit. Because you've got all this muddled fruit in there, and if that's providing the flavor in your drink, then I'd really like it to be everywhere instead of, you know, just at the bottom. So you've got this muddled, almost smoothie looking thing.
Yeah. It doesn't look dangerous at all, but I know all that is Jim Beam.
Right.
And soda water.
And so, give it a go.
I feel like this could get you in trouble.
Yep. And again, it's not everyone's cup of tea. It's it's a very old drink.
Can you guess my favorite?
I mean, I would say a mojito, but I'd be wrong. I don't know.
Jameson and ginger ale.
Really?
It's my favorite.
Jamie and ginger. It's a good combo.
I can drink those all night long. I feel like if I was a bartender before I came in here, the customers' only options would be like, you can have vodka on the rocks, shot of tequila, let me open you up a beer, pour you a wine. Now I feel like I could competently definitely make an old fashioned. Mojito would take me a few rounds, but I'd be willing to practice that over and over until I get it perfect.
Oh yeah.
And then Copper Mule.
Moscow Mule.
Why can't I get that right?
Okay.
Moscow Mule. How do you make multiple shots? I see the bartenders and they just drizzle them across the shot glasses.
Basically,
That's so impressive.
it's a lot of math.
Okay.
So what I'll do is I'll line up the shot glasses and be like, all right, each shot glass holds, I want to put roughly 1.5 ounces of liquid in it.
Okay.
Right? So what we're gonna make, and it's delicious, you're gonna love it, and you're gonna do the honors, is a cinnamon toast crunch shot.
It's my favorite cereal.
It's you're gonna love this shot.
Does this have hot jam in it?
It doesn't.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of hot jam. So we're gonna put that down.
Okay.
And we're gonna ice up the shaker.
Ice up the shaker, just scoop it full ice.
You're gonna use the scoop though.
All the way?
That's actually good right
Okay.
there.
One scoop.
Now we're going to use Captain Morgan. Right here. And you can actually set that shaker down if you want, because we're gonna measure out our pour. And we're gonna go up to 1 ounce.
1 ounce. If somebody else works back here and they throw off your line, does that ruin everything for you?
It doesn't ruin everything. Sometimes it's frustrating. You can just pour that right in the shaker.
Okay.
Then we're gonna go over here and grab rum chata. Now this is a rum-based dairy liqueur.
Okay.
And this is gonna be our other half of the shot.
So another 1 ounce of this.
Let's do 1.5 ounces.
1.5 ounces. Ooh, getting wild. Oh wow, looks like Bailey's. Okay.
We're gonna pour that in the shaker as well. Get this out of the way for you. And we're gonna cap that with the lowball glass. We're gonna shake it up.
Fancy shaking.
Yeah, it's all about the presentation.
This is what you can do with one hand?
Yeah.
Okay. Good?
Yeah,
Keep going?
That's probably good.
Okay.
All we're gonna do is we're gonna get the shot glasses as close to each other as we can so they don't trip all over the place.
Okay.
And you're gonna do exactly that. You're just gonna open up one end just enough for a stream to come out.
Oh, so the pressure. Okay, like that?
Yeah,
That's
should
enough?
work. Yeah, give her a go.
Can you do this with one hand?
Sometimes.
All right, start with one and then move to the other?
Yeah.
Do I have to do that counting? 1, 2, 3, 4?
Yeah.
Just, okay. Will you tell me when to move?
Move now. There we go. And we'll just call it good there. We'll just drop the remnants into the sink. And you'll have to tell me what you think.
Cheers.
You should be really excited.
That tastes like breakfast.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
So maybe I won't quit my day job, but in a pinch,
Yeah.
I can definitely check mixology off the list. Thank you so much.
Not a problem.
This is
Thanks for coming
awesome. Cheers.
So, I just moved in with his family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Don't look at me. Your hair's a bit frizzy today. Aww. You should pick that up.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Poor you.
They want to help, but don't know how. Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
It might not be Paris, it might not be New York, but something on my list to do has always been to go see a fashion show. So today I'm coming to MSU's Wharton Center to see the Apparel and Textile Design Fashion Show. Ooh la la, kind of Lady Gaga. Oh. Ooh, bring it back to stuff. Oh, I love it. Looks like other people love it too. Oh my gosh, look at those shoes. Die for it. Crowd favorite so far. Love it. The Elton John is fantastic. Share. Whoa, share. I'm lucky enough to get a behind-the-scenes scoop with one of the designers who's out today. Janessa, how did the show go for you?
The show went fantastic. This was my first fashion show, and I couldn't have asked for anything more.
What was going through your mind when the girls were walking down the runway?
Don't trip and go slow.
When you were designing the outfits, what was inspiring you?
Different things were inspiring me for each of the outfits.
You had the Kate Moss Heroine.
Yes.
Nice, love that title. Where did that come from?
Well, researching Kate Moss, you kind of figure out that her life was sort of wild and crazy, and that's what I wanted to reflect inside the design. So, and the heroine came from the fact that she did use drugs, and that was sort of part of her infamy in the 1990s. So it's just a nice play on words.
Do you have a favorite of the two pieces, or is that like asking a mother to pick her favorite child?
Yeah, that's really hard.
Really tough?
If I had to choose one, I think I would go for the Kate Moss one. Not that there was more inspiration behind it, but like the story was more easily told.
Thank you so much for letting us come in and interview. Congratulations on your first show. How
you.
exciting.
I know.
My first fashion show, your first fashion show as a designer. How cool.
Danse, balance sur la cadence, on devient tes hanches au bal du dimanche. Danse, que la fête commence, dans ma belle robe blanche, je suis ton chou, ton
You didn't give up on sex. Don't give up on birth control either. There are more methods than you think. Find yours at bedsider.org.
Kids will spend 8 minutes decorating their little brother.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
Growing up, April Fool's Day was always a day of sheer terror in our household because my brother was the king of pranks. And I'm not talking salt in the sugar bowl, sugar in the salt shaker. We're talking waking up and finding all of your toys taped to your ceiling. We're talking full-out pranks where it wasn't safe to eat anything that he gave you that day. Which is why I've decided if I can't beat him, I might as well join him. And I've always looked forward to pulling a prank on someone, and who better than the interns at home TV. So I have with me today, I'm so proud, my brother Alex is here to help me. Thank you so much for coming in.
Oh, well, thanks for having me.
Oh, my pleasure. What are we doing today?
Well, today we're going to be doing one of the classic examples of an April Fool's prank.
One of my all-time favorites.
It's going to be the caramel-covered onion.
What did you do to the onions first?
Well, first off, what we did, we peeled off the first layer of skin so it won't flake off, which is important.
So like if you bit into the caramel, it wouldn't just like...
Or even before they bite into it, so
Okay.
the caramel's not coming off already.
Gotcha. I picked out onions that were similar apple shape, but we have one apple that's going to be the demo apple.
Right, this is what you're going to be eating to show everyone that it is safe to eat these apples.
Of course. To get started, we have, what is this, like 22 ounces of caramel and 2 tablespoons of milk. We'll melt this together, and then we'll start dunking. While that cooks, what are some of the favorite pranks that you've done?
Well, growing up, I've had a number of classic pranks.
You don't have to tell me. I've been on the receiving end of those.
Well, remember what we did to our mom?
No, you did
I did
to
to
Mom.
Mom,
I'm
okay.
not taking any blame for that. That's all you.
Well, building a mannequin with a ski mask and putting it in her closet that fell out when she opened the door.
Like this. I have never heard the woman scream so loudly before.
Can't believe I wasn't disowned.
Seriously, she should have killed you after that. I could have been an only child. One of your all-time best pranks that there's no way you could do like today, in today's society. What did you do to your band class in high school?
Well, in high school, we were having asbestos removed from certain areas of the school, so I took a plastic sheet, duct taped it all over the wall, and then put the danger asbestos removing sign right on the door. So I got 150 kids out of their first hour band class.
And had them wandering in the hallways. If you did that today, you would be expelled.
Probably.
There's no doubt in my mind. You can't get away with that.
No.
Why do you like playing pranks so much? What is it?
Well, I'm a very creative person.
And this is your outlet?
Yes, it's a way to use my creative juices in a...
Not for good?
Not for good, yeah. In an evil way.
You helped me once with a prank. We can't mention it because it's definitely not legal. But it was one of the greatest pranks, and that was like the best brother-sister bonding that we've ever had. It was like pulling this terrible
we both
prank
used
together.
our minds together to come up with this ultra prank. But
Absolutely.
we can't say what it is.
That'll be for like maybe a web exclusive or something. Oh, our caramel's ready. What I'm concerned about is keeping a straight face. I'm worried that I'm gonna be like tomorrow, be like, I brought you caramel covered apples. Like, how do you keep a straight face during all of this?
The key to any prank is 100% complete surprise.
Complete surprise.
Right, because if the people you're trying to prank have any idea that something's amiss here, you know, it's not gonna be funny at all.
I tried to plant the seed today, and I told some of the interns that I was taking a cooking class tonight. So like, you know, I was thinking ahead of time.
Right, so they're primed with the story.
Yeah, they know that I'm doing something cooking tonight, so it won't be a total surprise when I come to work tomorrow. But I'm just nervous to be like, caramel covered onions. I mean, apples.
Well, use that excitement as if you actually made caramel covered apples.
Okay.
So be like, I'm so excited about these apples.
They're
Delicious.
When I went to Meijer to pick up the supplies, I couldn't find the little dowel rods, and so I had to stop and ask this woman. And I was like, I'm looking for dowel rods, so I'm making caramel covered apples, and very clearly in my cart were the onions, and she just stared at me, and I was like, don't worry, I know what I'm doing. Not at all. All right, so it's getting there. Here, you stir. Here are the muscles of this operation. I grabbed some really pretty looking things. I have the chocolate covered, or the chocolate chips and marshmallows, because I thought that'd make it look more appetizing.
Right.
Like, you know, you would want to eat these things.
And also what's important is that we're using these white onions.
Why white?
White aren't as pungent as, say, red onions.
Okay.
If we did red onions, they might smell it ahead of time when they're just about to eat
caramel?
it. Correct. They are a very pungent onion.
Okay. Oh, this looks so gross. You said to get up on the stick?
Right. We might have to make a second coating if it doesn't stay on the onion.
Okay. Now, in all of your pranking experiences, has anyone pranked you back? Like, out of anger, out of spite? Like, you got me, I'm going to get you? Or do you always just come out on top?
No, there's always some retributions, which you have to be prepared for.
So I might be biting off more than I can chew?
Well.
Because I'm taking on 6 interns.
Okay, well, more power to you.
And they are really nice kids, to be fair. That's why I thought it'd be safe, you know, to prank these guys, because they are nice, right, guys? Should I start decorating these while they're soft? Do you want to start prettying these up? I thought maybe if I put some marshmallows along the top, they wouldn't necessarily think that it's an onion in there. I had a hard time finding apples that look like onions and onions that look like apples. Those are 2 fruits and vegetables that aren't meant to be confused. I hope someday you get pranked. I hope someday somebody gets you good. Because you have it coming.
Oh, I do.
You have so much bad karma up against you. All right, so let me practice. Okay. You be an innocent intern, and I'll be me.
All right.
Okay. Hi, Alex.
Hey, Andrea, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. What do you got there?
I had my cooking class yesterday for the show, and I brought in my goods because there's no way I can finish off half a dozen of these caramel-covered apples. Do you want one?
Oh, definitely. They look delicious.
I know. I made each one of these by hand. The secret ingredient was love. What I want to do is I want to get a really cool shot of maybe like all of the interns together, and then I want to try and get some good natural sound. So like really bite into it. I'm going to hope, you know, maybe the camera will pick up on that crunch noise.
Get a good crunch.
Good crunch.
Sure.
So here you go. How was my delivery? Was that believable?
Make sure you have eye contact with
Eye contact? I'm going to be like this tomorrow. Eat the caramel-covered apple. Don't ask questions. Just do it. Hopefully tomorrow when I get the interns before their meeting, I'll be doing one of these. Thank you so much for coming in.
Well, thanks for having me.
I owe you dinner for this. Keep our fingers crossed.
Used to play against chocolate.
Thank you.
Oh my god, it's apple chocolate.
Wait, come here, Angelica.
Wait, did you have one already?
Oh, they're all gone?
Yeah. Brian and I each had one. That's why I brought the extras to you guys.
But no.
So eat them all now, because like mine got old after I took a couple
Can
bites.
you see us all on the camera?
And
if you can get a nap pop, that'd be awesome, but I'm not expecting it to be perfect. Because
It's so good.
Ready?
Oh, it's good.
alright.
So good.
Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
It is so good. So good.
I was trying to stare at the camera. I just realized that.
That's so good.
Blooper reel.
I unhooked my jaw now.
Oh shit.
Why is it an onion? I'm so mad.
I just realized.
That's so good.
Blooper reel.
I hate you.
Here's the next I can check that off the list. I got them. 15 things down, 10 to go. You can chart my progress on Facebook's home TV, Andrea Mantakounis. I think this is my favorite shoot that we've done so far. Another great drink. Help with dishes or something?
No.
Are you sure? I made a huge mess. Can I at least wipe off the counter?
You are fine, girlfriend. Don't worry about it.
Why are you still eating it?
I didn't invite you.
Why are you still eating it?
We are not on good terms.